back to Just Us Thinking for the Aftershow. I'm Michael.
And I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Mikey.
I forgot what I was doing there for a minute. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I hesitated. I'm like, what are we doing?
Thinking you were calling somebody today or something?
Yeah,
or
apparently.
answering the phone at work.
I went to La La Land for a minute.
Okay.
It was a nice place to visit every once in a while.
It is, yeah.
So the Aftershow for Looking Back Over the Year, number 50.
I still can't believe we made it this far.
The sad part is we're going to look back and we're going to be 100.
And we think 50 is a lot, yeah.
Right?
We're going to start running out of things to talk about, though.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
There's a
think so.
lot of stuff that we could probably pull out and talk about.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to think if we're going to start doing more guests, I almost want to say I want to start having a lot more guests. So there's subjects, left, right, and sideways.
Oh, there really is. There's a lot.
Right. So now the after show, the main show we talked about our favorites.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about the other side. What we did not like are the ones we don't like at all.
Okay.
So what's
your least favorite one?
you're going to start with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My least, what my least favorite one is. I say it all the time.
That is true.
Yeah, my least favorite is The Origin. I can't stand our first episode. Show number 1, I can't stand it.
Okay.
I've heard people say, well, it wasn't that bad. You were learning. I can't stand it. I even tried to go back and listen to it. I couldn't even listen to it. So sorry, people.
Wow.
I was doing something around the house one day, and I was just having our podcast on in the background, and I heard it, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That is...
I'll have to go back and listen again.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then my other, I'm kind of looking through the list here. I'm trying to see which is my other least favorite. I think we jumped the gun on walking down memory lane.
Yeah.
yeah.
9 episodes down isn't much of a history there, buddy.
Right?
What was I thinking, you dumbass? Well, here's the thing: is we didn't know what subjects we wanted to cover and carry on with.
Yeah.
So we're kind of well, let's just talk about the episodes we have. I don't think we were planning on doing this for a year. I'll be quite honest with you.
I didn't think we would be either. Because like I said, we're going to start running out of things to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or at least things that I don't know, keep my attention. I don't know. Because you know how I am.
Yeah.
I mean, we could easily do a part 2 to that motorcycle show with Chad.
Yeah. And here's I like a little bit more comedy in there. I like the motorcycle show. I will tell you, it was great when he did the motorcycle noise.
Yeah, the sound effects.
Yeah. I want to say we went, God, I remember the Animal Stalker episode. Oh. I want to say it was, I wasn't really feeling a lot with the Thanksgiving episode.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. I feel that we kind of rushed that one. Just kind of looking back, going through it, it wasn't, I don't think it was my favorite. I want to say all the new shows, doing a little more research on it and going through those, I feel like we're doing much better on the, but I want to say, I want to say on the old shows, we were scrambling a little bit more and we're like, what are we going to do? We didn't have a set recording. So, we would just say, okay, do we have time? Let's go record. And I think the show suffered when you did that.
Yeah.
That, and it also didn't help that you lost your voice for a month and a half or something.
Right. That was miserable. We worked so hard to get ahead on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it was like, nope, screw you. And then I get my voice back, and then literally my voice would come back in in the evening. I'm like,
let's go record 5 now so that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd lose it again. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it would like come back in the afternoon or in the evening right before I was going to bed. I'm like, let's run down and go to, record. I don't know. I want to say
That wasn't really too long ago, was it?
that was last year.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We've only been doing this for a year.
Yeah. But
So it
is-
happened within that year time. No, I want to say it happened like right before Thanksgiving, didn't it?
I think it was like right before our Thanksgiving show.
Right.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I want to say
That's
it
why
was.
that's kind of why I felt that was kind of rushed. So I don't know what's your least favorite.
Oh. I think I'm going to kind of shock you again here.
Okay.
And I hate to like repeat myself, but I would almost go back to the fentanyl episode.
So that was your favorite though.
As good as it was also very sad at the same time.
Oh, okay. So it's not like
It was your favorite because of the message, but bad because of how the mood was.
Not necessarily the mood, because Dawn did a very good job at not,
not breaking down.
not breaking down or not being like overly down about it. I think it was just kind of like the subject of it all, like the tragedy behind it.
I could
Okay.
see that.
I mean, because you're trying to get out. You're kind of getting out two kind of messages there.
Right. Well, people realize that, unfortunately, like trauma, there's more. I know it's like the silver lining of the cloud, but the cloud
Yeah.
can still,
Yeah.
provide a lot of rain.
Yeah. So I mean, I liked it because she was trying to turn a bad situation, to a good situation, trying to help other people be aware of that so it didn't happen to other people. But at the same time, it was just really sad to like see her and her grandson having to go through that. I think it's the whole both ends of the spectrum there for me.
Okay.
So
Wow, you kind of did shock me there. I didn't. I guess I didn't even think of that, and I think we got gas warfare.
I
here.
know that I was just saying that.
I was like,
just
I'm like, I got a whiff of something. I'm like,
I'm like,
Or-
we've got to start kicking the dogs out of the studio when we do this, because my God.
oh my God, she has an ass of mass destruction. She farts and then it's done. I win, by the way. I win.
Do you win?
Yep, I win.
Why do you win?
You guys both broke up.
Huh?
So right before the show,
Yeah.
and now I'm gonna clue in our listeners. So right
Okay.
before the show, we decided we're gonna have a little bit of a little challenge. Okay. The first person to break up and start cracking up or laughing, or we basically were gonna see who could make who laugh first.
I'm trying not to throw up because of the smell right now.
See, that could have made me laugh. See, you missed that opportunity.
I know.
But I win. Bad, yeah. See, it was ass of mass destruction. That did. See, you got to go for the shock value here.
And I totally even forgot about the challenge.
I did.
You both lost.
I was so
it.
distraught.
Oh my God, what are you feeding that thing?
Oh no.
All right, where the hell were we? Gassed out, and
Least favorite episodes.
Okay, so
that kind of
I'm
thing.
surprised that was your least favorite.
If I had to pick one, that would be it, and why? Just
Okay.
because of the tragedy behind it.
Wow, that's kind of weird that your favorite and your worst are the same.
You know,
No,
I'm a weird
no,
one.
I'm-
I can't help it.
I'm talking about like one that you absolutely like. If we had to hit the delete button on one of our episodes and say that didn't exist, which one would you pick? Because I don't think fentanyl is going to be that one.
No, because that would still that's still a good message to get out. I would have to say probably my The mini animal stalker, the stalker animal stalker one.
Really?
Really?
I would have liked to been more prepared for that one.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you prepare and you could do a part 2?
Okay.
So start working on that.
Yeah, because I've got like so much to talk about on that now.
Oh, now you want to talk.
Yeah.
I feel like her animal stalker one could
Well, you
go
kind of
from
put me on the
mini-
spot there, and you know how I hate that. And
I know, but
yeah.
you got to understand that I do that because
Because you like to piss me off.
that too. But no, when you get on the spot, you get out of your comfort zone, and you actually grow from it.
If you say so.
Look at you now. And look at now. You're like, here's the thing. I put you on the spot. You did it.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't like that. And you're like, I'll do it again, and I'll do
Yeah.
it better this time. That's the right attitude for it.
Okay.
I
So-
feel like that show could go from a mini to like
a full like 30-minute show, yeah.
yeah. With
There's
how
like
much-
so much I could talk about right now with her.
The
Really?
drama on the ranch.
It's not drama, it's just like fun.
Okay.
And little baby 7.
See.
He's so cute.
So, Mikey, what is your least favorite episode?
I don't have one.
Really?
I don't have one. I like them all.
So not a single show you would say, let's delete that one. Or even, let's redo that one. Is there a show you would like to come back to and say, I think we could do that better?
I don't think they're well, maybe like I don't know. I almost want to say like the NASA one.
What?
Only
Why?
because, like, it didn't really feel like... I don't know how to word this. It didn't feel like it was, like, the best with, like, him and you guys talking.
So you're saying we could do better?
I feel like we could,
Okay.
especially with how the way we are now. I feel like we could get, like, a lot
That's true.
better
Yeah.
conversation happening.
You know, I love that episode, but God damn, he's right. Chris, we needed to do a part 2. You're right. I think we could do better. I think we could have more fun with it.
Yeah. That's I would have to agree. Yeah. I agree. Okay.
Maybe we do a bit of the revisiting on some of the previous shows and say we can do better, people.
Okay.
We owe that for our listeners, don't we?
Challenges accepted.
Challenge
But
accepted.
like, apart from all of them, like, none of them are particularly bad because, like, all of our beginning ones were like we were first starting out, so it's like I kind of understand.
Well, and I think those ones that like in the beginning, those show where we came from
Oh yeah.
and how much we have gotten better over the years. So I think they're like I mean I could see I wouldn't want to redo them.
I mean, like that
Really?
first no,
Yeah.
that first episode showed that we were one mic and a computer.
we weren't we?
Yeah.
We were one mic and a computer.
Were we really? Without the
I think
premiere
so.
was one mic and a computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that didn't we have it like in the middle between, and we sat around the table.
Yes.
Oh yeah, maybe we could redo that one then.
That was the intro.
Yeah.
That was the intro,
We
which,
redid it.
which we redid.
I completely forgot. That's how far. I mean, now we're like mics, camera. There's God, we got wireless mics that we're using now too. I mean,
Yeah.
so we have all. I mean, I got so many mics in this. I mean, yeah,
We even have like those singer stage mics too.
yeah.
So
We've grown like crazy. I completely forgot that first episode was. That's why I don't like it. We had to like lean into the mic. When we talk. I remember now. I'm like, I have those like, I don't know. Maybe I was like trying to block it on my head.
you probably were.
Yeah.
Don't like that show. So
I could see that. I probably blocked the first
And then after the first show, we got like, I don't remember how many shows we did with that one mic in the middle. I want to say after the first show happened,
it wasn't too many.
I think we immediately got the other mics that we started to use.
Yeah.
Right. And then, man, it's been a learning curve, hasn't it?
It has.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's crazy. All right. So those are now least favorite guest. Rebecca, name them.
Do it.
Yeah. Come on, tell us.
Come on.
No.
Let's go.
Go ahead and call out your
I
brother.
don't know.
Call out your brother. Chris, she didn't like your show at all.
Call out your daughter.
Tiffany, you were horrible, and that's why we only had you on like what
Twice.
3 times, twice or 3 times. Yeah. No.
I think all of our guests were pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
we're kidding. We
Yeah.
don't have a least favorite guest.
I mean, if we didn't like them, we wouldn't have them on the show. So
That's
That
true.
is true.
yeah, I mean,
That's true. I mean, the down and dirty to it was, yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Now I will go over what
I got that on record.
what
That you're right.
Yeah,
you've been right every once in a while.
I still got it on record though.
You get 3 a year.
I got
that's
it like on like recorded.
you get 3 a year.
I got it recorded now,
Well, yeah,
so I can go back and replay that shit all day long.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
can
were
do
right. You were right. You were right.
All right.
That. Are you gonna rub it in now,
Yeah.
Mikey? Delete that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, take care. Make sure you get all that out. Trim that out of the in post editing here.
I will.
You delete it, I will kill you.
Worst. Okay, let's do it this way. Worst. What? We're talking about guests now. I will tell you, Milo, the generation hero.
Okay, why?
The guest, great.
Yeah.
The show almost didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
That
Okay.
is true.
That is very true.
So what people don't realize about that particular show is, you want to go for it.
Yeah. So, like, we had, like, a set of questions that we wanted to go over with her
That we
and
didn't ask a damn
that
one
we
of
didn't
them.
get to ask. We started the phone call with her and, like, it was just, like, boom, into the show. Like, talking. And, I mean, she kind of knew what we wanted to talk about.
Right.
But we didn't really get to like ask it.
I
So
think-
it's kind of like, but it was more of just a natural conversation, and I just
Right.
really loved that. So
Yeah. And
props to Mikey on that one.
I almost, because like you started getting like to a part where it was like, wait, you guys are asking what is going on here? So I just started hitting the record button. So
we said like hello, and she was just boom off and running with it.
yeah.
so I'm like, okay, maybe I should just record this.
So that was, I mean, I want to say that was, I won't say it was a bad moment, but man, you're right. It started. I mean,
Because
it's
we
like
didn't get really a chance to introduce her.
we didn't. We were just off and running.
Yeah, it was like, hey, how you doing? And then boom.
Yeah, we
Right.
had like the whole phone call, and then afterwards we had to edit in
Our
our
opening.
introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our introduction.
So it was weird.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard.
And
It
I don't
was-
think you realized Mikey hit record right away, did you?
I did. And here's how it went in my head. So we got on the phone call, and I started to explain how the podcast will go.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're going to introduce ourselves. We'll introduce you, and then we're going to start getting into your stuff. And then boom, it was just happening.
Yeah.
And then I looked over because I could see the computer screen where Mikey is, and the program, I could see the WAV files.
Oh, okay.
So we're in the phone call, and I realize we're in the phone call, and we're going.
Yeah.
And at this point, I got to the point where I'm like, I can't. I mean, what do we do now?
Yeah.
I'm-
We can't stop. And
I can't say, hold on. Let's redo all this and let's talk
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And then I look up and I see it's recording, and I'm like, okay, let's roll with it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, at that point, I forgot all the questions I was asking. because we were just rolling. Luckily, I sent her the questions, so she kind of knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And she was a pro.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm like going, okay, well, you're running my podcast now, because she did.
She
Yeah.
really did.
And we were just along for the ride on that one.
Oh, yeah.
We were not in the driver's seat for that show.
No.
Milo she's like, move, bitch, get out the way, and jumped on that bus and said, I'm driving.
She said, hold my beer.
Yep, and she went. Her energy was just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And then I will say the other one, and I love Liz to death. I love her show. Love Ouch Was That a Ghost? But I think that was we were doing a phone call.
Yeah.
I want to say, did we do Liz first before Milo?
No.
No.
I don't.
No?
I think we had more issues with the phone call with Liz than we did with Milo.
Right.
And I think that kind of...
Well, but Milo kind of just, I mean, it was so free-flowing that it was night and day between her and the Liz.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
It really was.
That threw me for a loop. I'm like, okay, I guess we're going now.
Well, and here's the thing that people don't understand. It's hard to have someone remote because it's a
Connection.
podcast. Connection, talking over each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I could look at you and when my lips stop moving, you could say something, which is like never.
Yeah. Wow, they stopped.
So I did that on purpose just to see if you were going to say something. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Thank you.
No, when they stop, she doesn't say anything. When you go, when you start to go again, that's when she starts to talk again.
Right. She's done that a couple times to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for...
Because I have to, get a word in.
No, it's not getting a word in. I stop and I have a pause every once in a while, and I look over at you, and then you don't say anything. I'm like, I can't have that much dead air on a podcast. And then...
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He locked the key.
Oh, good. He stopped talking for a while.
Now we can finally
We got this, Mikey. Come on.
Now we're the starlight of the show.
All right, take it away. Do it.
Wait, no, I was kidding.
No.
we're good.
See, it's all fun and games until you have to host.
Yep.
No, I want to say there is now. What's your worst? Do you have a worst moment of the show? Something that you just absolutely hated that we did, a subject, something we said, something you'd go back and say, I wish I really didn't say that.
Ooh.
Yes and no.
Okay, go for it, Mikey. While Rebecca's thinking.
There are some things that, should we either have said it differently or just not said it at all? Yes.
Like what?
There were some parts in the adoption episode that I didn't really like, but
Oh, yeah. I'd have to agree with that.
I would say not just to get it out there, but because I almost felt like it was necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Do you have any others?
There might have been a couple in the trauma series too that I didn't like either.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it almost felt necessary for what we were doing and the show that we had at that time.
Okay. And I agree with you. So I think, and so we don't pull up our show. We don't psychoanalyze everything we say. We just don't do that.
Okay.
We don't go through and say, what's the nicest way to say this? Our show is really kind of raw.
Yeah.
We say what we say.
Without thinking. No filters.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I think we have enough filter to say we're not going to say really something like crazy offensive. But I think we push the line sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it's just plain funny with your dragon one.
Right.
We just take bullet points and we go with it, and then you just say something like that and it's hilarious.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of makes it, kind of, I don't know, it makes it a little bit different. I don't I like watching TV and some like that, but all those are scripted to like you stand here and you do this, and now there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, and some of those are hit or miss, and some of ours are too, but we're just kind of off the cuff. We just kind of say what's on our mind. Now the thing is none of us really mean any harm for anything we say.
That's true.
We're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or make anybody feel bad. That's not our purpose. Even the trauma series, that wasn't the reality is that wasn't really about the ex. That was more me getting it off my chest, and I was hoping people would listen to it and say, yeah, I've experienced that too, or I'm in that situation, I need help.
Which is why I like the adoption episode too, is because it helped me get out a lot of my, frustration and venting with how I felt.
Okay.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. I think we've covered that, on there, because with a fentanyl is a good example. I really enjoyed doing that show, but it was someone lost their life.
Right.
And it wasn't someone it was someone I knew that lost their life.
Yeah.
A child lost their mother. A mother lost her daughter. So, yes, it was a sad moment, but I felt it was necessary.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think she does such a wonderful job of trying to, get the message out there of, wanting to do better and make more people aware, even though it's, something horrible that nobody should have to go through. So
right. And here's the thing, and people hate this with comedians too, because I hear this quite a bit with a lot of comedians. They joke about some very dark stuff.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but that's how some people cope through it. That's how some people, when you come from, a dark experience, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So I want to say you satisfy that with a humor.
Okay.
That's listen to any stand-up comedian. We talk about Brad Williams, but
Yeah.
look at,
I love how he makes fun of himself.
and that's what it is. You have to make fun of yourself. You have to make light of the situation, because if you curl up in that dark place, it's a bad place to be.
Yes, it is.
So, I love comedy, and I like that I like when people just say whatever they're going to say. That's their experience. Let them deal with it. If you don't like their comedy, go.
Or don't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just walk away. Don't listen to them. So, I don't know. I think that was a pretty good show.
Another good show in the books.
Number 50 is down.
Number 50 is over.
All right.
On to 51.
On to 51.
Yeah.
And on our way to 100. And then, God, who knows? So,
oh, Lord.
now if you like what we say, you like what we talk about, you could always like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Those are all our social media platforms.
Yep. And then you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube Music. See, I missed YouTube Music.
YouTube Music.
Yeah.
Not YouTube.
Yeah, you want to go to YouTube.
That's what I keep wanting to put another B in there somewhere. So, and then of course Amazon and Samsung.
And then YouTube for videos, where you can listen to us there as well.
Okay.
Rumble and TikTok. You could find us at Just Us Thinking. You could also, if you have a show idea, you want to be a guest, because we are going to be looking for more guests this year, you could always email us. What's our email address?
Our email address is justusThinking, drop the G, @gmail.com.
So justusThinking@gmail.com. No G in the Just Us Thinking.
Yep.
Well, you made it sound like it was a really long email.
Well, so do you drop the G off the thinking or off the Gmail?
Well, don't drop it off the Gmail, because
Yeah.
it won't go where it needs to
Okay.
go. Then it's just mail.
Okay. Mail.
And
Just
then,
us thinking at mail.com.
no, don't do that. Don't
Yeah,
don't
do that.
send it there. We will not get it. Just us thinking at gmail.com. Remember, we dropped the G on just us thinking. So if you don't know that by now, sorry, you need more help than we can provide. What were you going to say? Something else?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I wasn't going to say anything. I call it a wrap.
All right. Bye, everybody.